Passwords must be secure. We use passwords at the office for banking transactions, to access social media and e-commerce sites, and for many other digital transactions. Simple passwords that are used for multiple accounts are one of the main factors that jeopardize our cybersecurity. Simple rules for setting a formidable password. Attackers most often use trial and error to crack passwords. There are special software programs that automatically try words from the dictionary, frequently used passwords, and other combinations if the first two approaches fail. You should be aware that simple passwords like 123456 or ABC123 can be cracked by these programs within seconds. That's why the passwords you use to protect yourself from such attacks should be as formidable as possible. For a strong password, you should use at least 10 characters, consisting of both uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. As the length of the password increases, its formidability increases exponentially. According to this basic logic, a 10-character password will be much harder to crack than an 8-character password of the same format. And remember, never use your name or birth date when setting your passwords. Use a password only for a single platform. Using different passwords for different websites and applications is a very important security measure. No matter how strong your password is, if you use a single password for multiple platforms and one of those platforms is hacked, that single password will also be compromised. Attackers can then use that password to take over all your other accounts as well. Strong but easy to remember passwords. By splitting the password setting stage into 2 steps, it becomes possible to create secure but easy to remember passwords that are different for every platform. 1. Establish part of your passwords that will not change. Think of an old saying, song lyric, or other phrase which also includes a number. Take the first letters and numbers of the first 3 or 4 words of that phrase. For example, take the phrase, "There are 6 ways to Sunday." By capitalizing the initial letters T, A, 6, W, T, S, you've created the permanent part of your passwords. You can set all your subsequent passwords on this basis. 2. Make the password unique. Take the first 3 letters of the website or application you want to use the password for, write the letters that come right after those letters in the alphabet, and include a special character, like a / right at the beginning. Write all the letters in lowercase. When you add this variable part to the fixed part of the password that you established above, you've set the formula for creating a platform-specific password. For example, your password for Facebook would be TA6WTS /GBD, while for Twitter, it would be TA6WTS /UXJ. In this regard, it's also safe to use a password vault to generate stronger and randomly generated passwords which you won't have to devote to memory as they're stored in a vault. Changing passwords regularly is another helpful security measure. Strong protection is provided when a completely different password is generated each time by using a reliable password vault. Multi-factor authentication. Even if you use strong and unique passwords, they can still fall into the wrong hands if the websites or applications you access are hacked. Setting up another layer of authentication, in addition to username and password verification, will ensure that you're not susceptible to this risk. You can use a device, such as a smartphone, for this additional layer of protection. For example, sending a one-time password to your smartphone via SMS, or push notification after you enter your username password for the second verification is widely used in digital banking transactions. Multi-factor authentication, whenever possible, is generally preferable for all kinds of applications. Most e-commerce, social media, and business applications have the option to use multi-factor authentication, which can be easily enabled. Don't share your passwords with anyone. Never share your login credentials or your passwords for corporate or personal application accounts with others, no matter what. If they need to access your account, they can access it with you standing next to them or via remote access to perform the needed verifications. But they must never, ever be allowed to obtain your credentials and passwords.